Okay. Hey, welcome to our accounting course. This is Advanced Accounting 4410. Um, this may or not be your section. I use this video for multiple sections. As long as it's Advanced Accounting, this video works, so no problem. First thing you notice when you go into the course is there's announcements. Kind of finishing up on this welcome announcement right now, but what I want you to do is make sure you read all of my announcements because I try to put information that keeps the that's helpful information that will maybe keep you from getting frustrated or might help you go through your work quicker. So make sure you read those announcements, please. Next thing you would do is go to Start Here. When you first get in here, and there's lots of stuff for you to look through, a little overview there. And the syllabus is really important. Make sure you read that because there's a lot of details that you might need to know to help you understand how your grade will work. There's an assignment summary, and then there's another secondary one that I put up here in Excel. Now this one right here provides you with everything for the entire, like all the problems that you'll need for the entire semester if you want to, kind of strategize how you're going to complete your work. Let's see. Next thing you do, I would go to, well, faculty information just gives information on me, but the modules. When you go into the modules, you'll see everything that's due for the entire term. Now, the ones that are grayed out, you won't be able to see because those come available as the week comes up. So those will come up later. But let's go into Module 1. Oh, maybe I should go back real quick and just note that this here is where you're going to put your assignments that you need to submit. So you go into Module 1 to see what those assignments are, and it kind of gives you a breakdown. You're going to have some things that are going to do throughout the week. Kind of created a spreadsheet for us to look at while we're doing this. Hold on one second, I'll switch over. So here's that spreadsheet that kind of shows you what's due. There's basically 4 types of things that we're going to have. First is engagement. Engagement just means participation in the discussion boards, and what you need to do is go to those discussion boards and be in those discussion boards regularly. I usually look for 4 or 5 days a week as what I'm expecting. Usually I have 3 or 4 discussion threads, and you need to answer each of these, and they need to be complete, clear, and well thought out answers, and then you need to respond to at least 2 students, if not more, and for each of those students it needs to be complete and clear and substantial responses. If you put things that are very short, you don't get credit. The discussion questions are a second set of questions. You can find those in each module. I'll switch it. You can see right here, discussion module 1 questions. Those are separate. They're worth 15 points, and they're graded on completeness only. You don't have to get them correct necessarily, as long as you take a serious attempt at them or a serious stab at them. And if you didn't put anything, if you put something there that's very minor, then you're not going to get credit for it. But other than that, just you're allowed to discuss those questions, kind of learn from each other as much as you want on those questions. Use them as a way to kind of start to get an understanding of the information in the chapters, and that's what they're designed for. A lot of times they're discussion, and sometimes they're problem solving, but mostly they're discussion questions. Again, completeness, not correctness on those. Then you have a set of problems, and they're going to be listed here. Hold on one second. So those questions, they're listed here, are due on Friday, and they're worth 15 to 20 points depending on the week, a total of 135 for the entire course. Now let's go back one more time. Sorry if I keep switching you back and forth, but it makes it easier to explain. You'll notice on these problems that there are templates that are provided, and you can find those templates by scrolling to the top of the page, and they'll be provided here. There'll be templates for the problems. They're due Friday, and in some weeks you're going to have comprehensive problems, and those templates will be up here too. You need to use those templates For example, this week's templates start out with one page that provides you with um, the point breakdown, so that's one reason for the templates. And you may not be able to see it, but down at the bottom you can tab over to look at each of the problems that are due, and it provides you with structure and also the way we're doing a lot of consolidations. And what you'll notice in the real world is that consolidations are almost always done on worksheets in the real world, so we need to use worksheets. So the worksheet is what's going to be graded, and usually these additional sheets at the top I don't grade. They're usually just there to help you set it up, and it's up to you how much or how little you use those worksheets. But these right down here, this worksheet is really what is going to be focused on, although you may need to do this to get the problem correct. I grade the questions. Most rarely do people get everything correct, and I understand that. So what I'm looking for is that you have your debits and your credits equal, that you have a clear, that you follow things clearly. So you put your key here just gives you a key to the journal entries that are down here. So it kind of helps you follow it. If you were working on a real world scenario, you would really need to be able to be clear about what kind of work was being done. So that's why those are important, and then it helps you to create the rest of your financial statements. Also, in this case, you can see you'll learn what NCI is, but you can also see where the consolidated balance sheet ends up here on the right. So it's really important. These templates also provide you with check figures, and oftentimes I can provide you with hints and tips inside those templates. So that's why the templates are so important. It also helps me get you feedback much faster than if we didn't use these templates. So you have one for each problem. Again, I'm going down below your viewing area, but there's little tabs for you to switch, and then you can see what they're worth so that you can plan out the work. You can see problem 2-2 is only worth 3 points, where the others are worth 6. So that tells you if you're running out of time where to spend your focus. These homework problems are usually much harder than the consolidated problem. I know that, or the comprehensive problem. I know that sounds weird, but we'll see that kind of works in your favor. So they're only worth 15 points. They take a lot of time. They're due on Friday, and yeah, this can be a source of frustration for you. But just keep in mind to do your best with them. And they're worth 15 points, and you can kind of strategize how you're going to get through them. And in Module 1, there's no comprehensive problem, but if there was, it would be located down here. But you can see that in Module 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you have comprehensive problems worth 125 points. This is by far the most important problems you'll work. These are not harder than the homework problems, so don't worry about that, but you do need to worry about making sure they're complete and correct as much as possible, because they are worth such a huge chunk of your points. So a strategy you might take is to definitely get these engagement and discussion question points, kind of easy pickings, right? Do your best on the homework, get as much as you can done and submit it by Friday as you can. Think of them as practice, or think of them as training problems to get you ready for the comprehensive problems, which are due. And there's usually only one problem for the comprehensive. They're usually just the same length as one of the homework problems. Maybe some of them are even shorter. So just keep that in mind, and that kind of makes the class a little less scary when you look at the Friday work and you think, what am I going to do? If you kind of follow that strategy, I think that will take some of the frustration and help you work through the class much easier. Okay, so that kind of gives you an overview of the class. Again, a lot of times I get asked for additional resources. There really aren't that many other resources I can provide for you. Oftentimes I do offer you some additional resources in the form of YouTube videos and whatnot that I can find and that can help you. Those are the best additional resources I can provide you, and we'll just go with that. So good luck with the class, and look forward to working with you.